Enrechi made the story bremo on response to President Akufo Addo Ediaba after allegations say on security officials be akwakoye meeting womo epese omo SSA encrophobia. Later we brought you audios aye claim say nipa kra epese ye de no be head Ghana Armed Forces no baumia down for pine all that. Na emunsem ni nyina no metre madwen ewo so ende Ghana fo nso e de omo adwentre aba na yenko kenkan Ghana fo adwentre no na yenhwe de eko. Now this is coming from Urea. But for those who have not listened to the story, more name story no Urea me better so that you get a full picture. Urea say, but what do you expect? The man has vowed not to hand over power to the opposition. Interesting times ahead. Eti Child say they are doing more to use the military in the coming election. They did the same in 2020 election. So NDC must start using plan B and C, or things would be opposite, or things would do opposite. And they will force Ghanaians to go to church after the 7 December election to get the military on your side. You need to show your strength and the manpower, of which you, the NDC, have more. Judith say, the soldiers should not do what he wants. They should think of the citizens and fight for Mother Ghana. Abdul say, Akufo Addo will see the true colors of Ghanaians. He's in for the shock of his life. Kamal Farida say, Akufo Addo will not reshuffle his ministers, but wants to reshuffle the military hierarchy. And no, if we come out. And Atina Ebeka said, exactly, I wanted to text. Thanks. Hey, Ghana for someone can the crew. Nuruddin say, this is how God does his things. If he, God, wants to bless or lift you higher, he uses your enemies. Read the story of Prophet Joseph, and you know how God does his things. His brothers thought they were doing him harm, not knowing that the same thing applies to Moses and Pharaoh. The more I read these stories, the more I become convinced that no one can stop what God has ordained. So let's all relax and pray for the future of our beloved country, Ghana. Shalom, shalom. Salam, shalom. I'll feed this essay. Melody, Akufo Addo can wear a full military regalia and then lead the Ghana Armed Forces to the 2024 elections with the hope of putting Baumia in power, only to get the shock of his lifetime after all his efforts and support. Jacob Blessing essay, no matter what, he will go down, even if he's already down. No fears, Ghanaians. Peter say, the only thing MPP does best is denials. Peter Biom or say, Brian Champion strategy is being pursued by them. World Citizen say, Akufo Addo has the filthiest political mind ever. Miller say, his response is simply telling us to fuck off. User say, that man's mind is like a toddler's mind. The truth must be told. Say, Nana must go. Obima say, even Pharaoh was brought down, so no problem. Those military have families and love. Those military have families and love them. If those military have families and love them, then they must think twice if indeed that's gonna be the move. Either way, we are ready. Masa Jaiwenumbo adding. If what appear say the soldiers too has families in the country, so they should think twice. Ghanaians are very serious now. Only guns that will help the military, but the youth will fight them wisely. The super shitty guy say, so as for this man, he quotes the constitution when it is in his favor and disregards it when it is not. Shaking my head. Very entitled man, running Ghana like it is his family given property. Obima say, we will face them squarely. Or say, we have more sophisticated items than them, believe it. Ambrose say, Akufo Addo can kill all the people in Ghana, but he can't kill the soul of the country. Efwa appear say, why not changing his ministers? Peter say, is it not this president who at an ECOWAS meeting admonished African leaders to do things which causes coup d'etat? ayo ena Peter Becker said not to do ena Andrews say first to comment here. Okay, Andrews. Mohammed say, what are you afraid of? Akufo Addo, your party will never be in power in Ghana. Again, useless president. Step down to save our motherland. And Yusabeka said, when in the history of the country has the military ever went to wish a president official pa? Okay, so anyway, you go to your story now. Ghana for can say we lano. Etiefo, me mobi bia kwaba eba Melodies TV so. President Akufo Addo, through the communications director, Eugene at the press release about Betuja. Na nina ejina allegations bia yede to President Akufo Addo so. Yebekom na yahe why President Akufo Addo is responding to this allegation and then what this means. Netentini nitietim no. And then the first time we have subscribing, now click the notification bell. So here is our latest news be about one sa ebeka. Now allegation no and say President Akufo Addo is the head of the Ghana Armed Forces. Military opinion for no. You see President Akufo Addo was a son and our day MPP for air kwasheho. Military opinion for if there's one thing we've known, if there's one thing we've known, and they say Ghana has some military and security forces no you were MPP for whom you were NDC for whom. In fact, here IGP ni leak tape about bontia e magana for ni ehun say said the na ekoso e wo military nim no sorry police mo no sanity. Even in the military, that is what it is. There are some people who are staunch MPP supporters. Ati say e wo military nim. Into allegation is say President Akufo Addo top positions in military no or se san ede sa MPP for iseni ankrofo kan say ohwe Supreme Court or the MPP for ko ohwe Electoral Commission or the MPP for ko eno kranya se ankrofo kan ye ni na ye ni tua ye hu no yesi military ne nso wa sha ase a wo yesa. That is the allegation. Now unim say we are in an election year. An election year and so there a very sensitive year. And so if indeed President Akufo Addo is doing something like this in an election year, you'd expect say Ghanaians will rise and speak. Inti no response and a President Akufo Addo dey aba betu ja me ba be kenkan response no amamono. Into her response now or say allegations of politically motivated changes in the hierarchy of the Ghana Armed Forces. Or say the office of the president has taken note of a publication on social media alleging a deliberate attempt by the presidency to orchestrate politically motivated changes within the hierarchy of the armed forces, within the sole aim of using the military to brutalize citizens during the conduct of the December 7 general elections. Inti yetremwa yesi wa sheda asesa military mpanyim for no e the MPP for akwa akoshe ho so that 7 December abato ayekoto no omo be use military e the abo eye NDC for. Mind you, recently na President Akufo Addo ni military for ko hie mu a na wo ka tro omo say we expect say military for no election no military for no ebe make sure say boni BNC e ma me betena na me ka say Ghana mra no military no enyo mo ne de omo to aba military there they don't have anything to do with election what you say nti Akufo Addo tremu a publications nam ankrofo kan say wo sesa e de MPP for she ho na ye use military for e de abo NDC for nti eno e na wo mo responded to that publication no. Also the publication alleges further that a meeting was held at the presidency on Tuesday, 2nd January 2024, to discuss the so-called politically motivated changes in the Ghana Armed Forces. It's a publication now. You say, Nansenya enrich ya omuye meeting ewo Jubilee House. Na wo mo discuss said the omo person mo ye no eni. Also indeed, the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Nana Akufo Addo, held a meeting with heads of security agencies at Jubilee House on 2nd January 2024. A meeting which has become an annual feature on the President's calendar at the beginning of the new year. Akufo Addo say indeed, on a military for pe, Ghana security for military for ni police for ni immigration for ni BNI for ni Iroko sa security for ni na no oni obiara ye meeting. Indeed omu ye meeting no on 2nd January na meeting koso. Na sa meeting bi omu ye na every single year. New year. Oshieshia mpenyimfo security mpenyimfo. Now yenti aso. I say at these meetings, the heads of security agencies call on the president to offer him their best wishes for the coming year, with the president also using the opportunity to express his appreciation to them for their continued commitment to safeguarding the peace and stability of the nation. So mo tremu se meeting we no eya na mpenyimfo yi a wo moba Flagstaff House 2nd January no omo ba we hie Akufo Addo New Year. So mo ba we hie na fishapa omo ma na fishapa wi a na Akufo Addo nso aka tro mo se o se nia afe no omo ball Ghana fo ho ban no ono nso ada omo ase nti enu hu nti na ye omo ye sa meeting no nti every year 2nd January meeting na ya omo ye den omo ye. Now I see, contrary to the allegations made in the publication on social media, no such discussions about changes to the hierarchy of the armed forces were held during the meeting. To tremwa meeting aseno omo ankasa se yensesa emfa ye MPP fo nkonkoshe military mpenyimfo ni mu dabi the discussion bi eni ho a ekoso sa. I say it is imperative to note that a change in the leadership of the armed forces is embarked upon by the president in accordance with the constitution and well-established conventions, devoid of any political considerations. Any future change made in this regard will not be a new phenomenon that should warrant unfounded speculations. Nti omo chiremu a emra president Akufo Addo kan so opese osesa military mpenyimfo a obetumi asesa emra na ma ne kwan so opese osesa obetumi asesa nanso se Ghana fo bete se president Akufo Addo eye change ana osesa enya se bia adwenbo ni bi se ne nkrofo ka speculation bia nkrofo ma no da bi enya adwenbo ni but emra ma ne kwan se opese osesa obetumi asesa nti mbredu na bia Akufo Addo hu ne se o mepese mesesa eno ane so obekọ mbra ni mu na we hu ne se mbra se wo sesa ye ne se men konkofo obi a wo ye politics men nyesi obedi so na waye nti Ghana for mo ba beti se Akufo Addo asesa na odi mpenyimfo bi aba be hye eye military ni mu a sa ansem ankrofo ka se ane eye MPP fo no eye ndro hey also the armed forces is an important institution of state that has over the years built an enviable reputation for its professionalism in the conduct of its duties, both at national and international levels. The Akufo Addo-led administration shall continue to guard earnestly this reputation by ensuring that partnership is eschewed from the operations of the Ghana Armed Forces. Ghana Armed Forces no omo abomodin omo aboedwuma ewiase afana bebia ya na ye bo Ghana military din a ye bo ne dimpa. Nti ono Akufo Addo de obe ne se military no obe make sure say omudi mpa no aka onkoye bibia beba be say omudi mpa no. Also, the president assures Ghanaians that the 2024 general elections will be conducted in a free, fair and transparent manner, devoid of electoral violence. Entities or persons who will attempt to disrupt the elections will be dealt with in accordance with the laws of the country. In the interest of safeguarding the peace and stability of Ghana, the public is urged to disregard such unfounded speculations and publications aimed at triggering agitations within the rank and file of the armed forces. Nti here, President Akufo Addo nsemu a waka no say ono de obe make sure say election be free and fair. Na wo why wadwen so person odi boni a emra no ye be make sure say emra no ene obe den ebedi. Na sa asemu ya nkrofo kan nkrofo bi keke na pese ye so that military ni mu no nkrofo ebubefu na omo asentokwesi wo military na emu. Now this is what I want to say. Sir, enkom shena ehwa na share sankom no obi she enkom say ntokwa besi e wo military ni between the lower ranks and the higher ranks. Was it ne usu bempa na ana Nigerian ana Salifu Amwakon, one of them say Salifu Amwakon. I'm say San Commissioner. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because listen, me, I'm a Tihi. So our response here, President Akufo Addo Diabe, metie response, you know. I am not convinced. I was thinking, say, I was going to get a response, and President Akufo Addo, the response be bad response ni mono. You better say no. There will be no changes. Last year, election year, there will be no changes in the military. So and so. I was thinking that is what we are going to hear. But to hear the president or to hear his communication say, Emrama ne kwan say wasesa. Inti dachibi ye bete say wasesa. Enye se nipa kura ba beka say Akufo Addo ko sesa ndi MPP fo aba be hye ho ninti e na wasesa. Hey, that say indirectly no you are confirming say insisa ye bi yaba. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. If you say this, that means indirectly you are confirming to me say adie no changes be ba. That is how I get what you are saying. I say it is imperative to note that a change in the leadership of the armed forces is embarked upon by the president in accordance with the constitution. That is what Trump say. Say President Akufo Addo epese was sesa military na. Emrama ne kwan say opese was sesa. I say a change in the military, or say a change in the armed forces is embarked upon by the president in accordance with the constitution. That is say Akufo Addo pese was sesa enkrofo ewo military ni mu a. Emrama ne kwan say was yes in sakraye no. That is what you are telling us. And well-established conventions, or say devoid of any political consideration, any further change made in the regard will not be a new phenomenon that should warrant unfounded speculation. To say any further change, not to say, in society, enya ade bia eye new. Se Akufo Addo se wo be sesa endekra wo sesa military na endekra mrama ne kwan gamo ka hye no mrama ne kwan nti ekoba ne se insisanye bi kra ba sesi akra se o sesa o de nkrofo bi be hyemu a enye new enye ade a eye foforo eye ade esi pen. That is what how is this going to convince me? Do you know why? Because President Akufo Addo is notorious for this. It is in the constitution says that President Akufo Addo appointing Crawford to institutions like Supreme Court and institutions like EBIA, the Electoral Commissioner. On found Crawford, omonye as a political appointment. But what do we see? Supreme Court no the MPP for akwa ho. EC or the MPP for akwa. So be ka train say constitution no man kwan inti no be no onye the political. He is notorious for this. He is notorious for appointing politically motivated people. So be ka say mrama ne kwan na so ya enye ade new bia. You are not convincing me. You are not convincing me. After say mo plan bi say mo baby bi sa. That is how you are making me understand it. Hey, yo. Ayo.